So, the internet phenomenon of a game, Undertale, has been out for over 2 years now, and unlike other games with the same amount of popularity released over 2 years, like Five Nights at Freddy's and Minecraft, Undertale has not had any game try to clone its core concepts and build upon them, like how FNAF inspired the joy of creation, and Minecraft inspired the nearly as popular Terraria. Yet all this begs the question of why Undertale's ideas of pacifism in gameplay has not created its own clones. The answer seems to be a fundamental misunderstanding of why the pacifist route was fun in the first place. To see what I mean, let's analyze the pacifist route by first starting with how it begins, which is not by sparing every monster in the ruins, but on the player's first run. In fact, the player must beat the game at least once before they are even allowed to do the pacifist run. In this first playthrough of the game, players may find themselves lost or stuck on a puzzle on several occasions, and during these ordeals, monsters will attack them randomly, with different sets of monsters being in each area. And although the player may try to be nice initially, they find it quicker to kill off the enemies than to spare them, and they end up killing the repetitive enemies while trying to find the right way to go. On top of this, if they are stuck at a boss, they may intentionally kill even more enemies to level up. And although this may seem like a terrible game to play, it's how every traditional RPG works from Final Fantasy to Pokemon. When the player completes their first run, they are asked to replay the game without killing anyone, which at face value may seem like yet another grind without much change, but now that you know exactly where to go and exactly what to do, you never encounter segments in the game where you are faced with fighting the same monsters over and over, because you are always progressing forward. And because you are always progressing forward, with no reason whatsoever to grind for experience, the monsters you face are usually never the same, unlike in the neutral route where you are sometimes grinding. This variety is usually not seen in RPGs, because having unique enemies for each encounter would both not show any player progression and be a major strain on resources. Undertale gets around these problems by already showing progression and teaching enemy patterns in the first run. On top of that, the way you defeat each enemy is different as well, where instead of just mashing the fight button, you have to now solve text-based puzzles to win the fight. What I'm getting at is Undertale uses this constant variety of enemies to keep combat engaging, which overall makes the game more fun from a purely gameplay-based perspective. The final route, the genocide route, takes this idea of using variety to make the game fun and engaging, and does the complete opposite. This is achieved by making the optimal strategy for the genocide route staying in the area with the least variety of enemies. This makes the genocide run a giant enemy grind in the areas with the least variety of enemies to grind. This lack of variety enforces the depressing, repetitive tone of the run, which is in stark contrast from the upbeat, varied gameplay right before. And I think this is why Undertale worked. Not because of the humor or lore, although those are great aspects of the game, but because of the way it uses variety and contrast in gameplay to change the player's emotions through their own actions. And that, I believe, is why pacifism was fun. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more 3-minute game bits, and I'll catch you all next week.